Welcome to the State of Mind. Today we have a special guest. I would say very, very special guest to me because whenever he graces his presence coming to my studio, I consider it a very big honor to me. Great personality, a person whom I really respect and revere. So it is our one and only Sri Rangarajan narasimhan sir.
Srimate Rangarajan Namaha. This is the first interview in 1 year for me.
Yes.
I don't know if you know that.
Yes.
I've decided not to give any interview to anybody after the arrest in December. And this is the first time I'm doing. And because I have to do it because it is you.
I'm really honored that you obliged. Sir, let's get into the topic. We've been seeing this Varadaraja Perumal temple. It's a very ancient temple, having so much of history behind it, tradition, legacy, so much and so on. And this temple has always been caught with one controversy or the other. The controversy pertains to, as we all know, the two sects within the Vaishnava, tradition.
For your information, you are one sect and I am another sect.
Yes, opposite each other.
Yeah.
So the Vadagalai and Tengalai, the kind of claims and counterclaims that goes on there, that has always been focused. Every religion, every sect has its own internal rifts and it has its own internal disputes. But then yet they take a lot of focus on this, and it also gets to be nasty at times.
Right.
So, but it went one step further when we saw that particular claim. I don't know, it was a news article that came, after which it highlighted your name. It said that it pertains to the golden lizard, which is there in the temple. It is stuck on the ceiling of the temple, and that it has been removed. There were some claims that it is being removed. Tamil Nadu HRNC, they came out with a claim saying that no, it is only being changed or being removed only temporarily because they want to do some renovation work there. Can you elaborate about it, sir?
Yeah, before I get into the lizard stuff, I want to tell you that not just this sectoral conflicts. Kanchipuram temple has been the focus for so long a time, very long in the history also, because Kanchi was a capital once upon a time. And this is the golden temple of India at that time, when it was in the prime. Everywhere it was, this is records, this is historical records that I am talking about. This is what we have heard from our elders and forefathers, and as well as the records, that when Mughals invaded, they looted every wealth from every part of the temple. So it has been always at the limelight. Kanchipuram was one of the educational centers as well in the past. So it's a beautiful place, it's a wonderful place. Moreover, with respect to Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, it has got even more special place because it is only because of Varadaraja Swami. Ramanujacharya went from Kanchipuram to Srirangam to what he did in Srirangam for Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. Otherwise, he would have been very happy to have done whatever he has done here. And the third most important thing is about Tirukachi Nambi, who actually did Kainkariam for Perumal in the temple, and he used to talk to Varadaraja Swami temple. So these are all the greatest things. And I can go on and on. I don't want to take much of a time, but I wanted to tell the importance of the temple and importance of Perumal as well. Because Kanchi Varadaraja Swami is more important than anything else in the temple. Obviously, we also know about the Atti Varadar who comes out every 40 years. That also is a controversy. That is also there, which has got its own stories and own issues associated with it. Primarily this year, 1,000 crore plus rupees have been transacted during those 40 days.
Okay.
And it is not in the accounts of the book. So it has vanished. Everybody who went into the temple, you can ask anybody who had darshan, they would have said that they have purchased the ticket for 100 rupees, not ticket, a VIP pass for 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 rupees to have darshan for the. So it is always in the center of all these other things as well. Unfortunate, because you have Perumal there and nobody wants to talk about Perumal, and everybody wants to do about other things. And unfortunately, again now, when so many other things are important, the lizard has become now taken a place. Even if you go to the temple, you will see everywhere there is a board saying way to golden lizard.
Yes.
You will not say a board saying way to Rangarajan Swami. you can't see that. But you will see a board saying where to Golden Lizard, where to Golden Thangapalli Pogum Vadi in
Now,
Tamil.
what is the significance of that lizard?
I'll tell you about that. This is from a Brahmanda Purana story. One of the Ikshvaku kings, who is basically from Rama's Vamsa, Sri Ramachandra Murthy's Vamsa is Ikshvaku. And in that Vamsa, there was a king called Asamanjas, and he, for some reason, had to be born on a lower birth for 6 janmas. 6 births of lower birth, and the 7th birth, he was supposed to be born as a lizard. And then he got moksha, is the story. I will cut short the story and then tell you. When he got moksha, he was so happy about the fact that he is out of his curse, and he sang praise stotras on Varadaraja. Varadaraja Swami is very well known to be very happy when somebody gives stotra. That is how Ramanujacharya went away. So he gave him a boon saying that your body will be in this place as a golden lizard and a silver lizard. Him and his wife in this temple, and anybody who comes to this temple and has darshan of Perumal and you, they will have all this illness cured and everything. This is the story behind the golden lizard. There is a board in Kanchipuram temple right next to where this is there. As soon as you have darshan of the Moola Murthy, when you come out, you can see a board which is there in Tamil and English as well. And I think it's also in Telugu and Hindi. This story is briefly written there. And if you turn right after coming out, then you can see a closed partition where there is a ticket counter where people only could go through that place by paying some money, 2 rupees or 5 rupees. Those who don't pay cannot get inside there. They go inside and they touch this golden lizard. The golden lizard is probably about 5 feet long, and the lizard proportionately it will be on the width of it.
It is made of plaster.
We do not know.
Okay.
It was supposed to be, this is from the Brahmanda Purana days, okay. So some Brahmanda Purana days, it is not made of plaster.
Herbal.
It would have been made on the ceiling of the temple. Of course, Mughals invaded, like I told you. So many attacks have happened on this temple, and as per Agama Shastras, they would have rebuilt the temple and they would have restored everything also. Whatever is destroyed, they would have restored it as it were. Because that is the rule of Agama Shastra. Agama Shastra says when something is damaged, you can repair provided you should not change even a millimeter of the measurements of anything. If it is a pillar, that has to be made exactly the same way it was. No design changes or cannot be done. So they would have done it. So the story is Brahmanda Purana days, which means it is saying that Ikshvaku Kula means it is in Treta Yuga, not this year, not this Yuga, Kali Yuga. It would have been several lakh years earlier. This would have been there, and like I told you, it was full of gold those days. The temple itself is full of gold. Now we can see there is a temple in Vellore which is being famous as Gold Temple in Tamil Nadu.
Golden temple,
and we are always know about Amritsar, which is a golden temple. Kanchi was the golden temple, like I said. Now Kanchipuram was the golden temple. We forgot about the temple. Now if you go to the temple, it is almost in a dilapidated stage in many of the places, which is whereas a separate case that I filed to restore the temple. Now with all this in perspective, we can see that this golden lizard, everybody used to go there. I got a news as soon as I came from Delhi after finishing my Supreme Court hearing. I came on that day, I got a news saying that they are changing it. I was wondering, how can they change it? It is on the ceiling. Ceiling is nearly 15-20 feet. It's possible for, and how can they change it?
I know.
How can they change a thing which is on the ceiling? To us, it is like something on the ceiling which has got a gold plate or whatever covered on as a kavacha, a shield is there on top of it. There was a ramp built temporarily for people to go, and then because you can't, otherwise you can't touch.
Yes, I have done it.
Which otherwise you can't touch. So I was wondering whether this is true at all. I left I actually came around 12 o'clock midnight. I couldn't sleep because I got this news, and then I left at around 5:30, 6 o'clock. I finished all my morning duties and I started to Kanchipuram. I went there and I could see that the partition inside which this is supposed to be is under lock and key, and this lizard is actually put on the other side.
Only the cover?
No, not the cover. The entire,
oh my God,
entire plate.
Oh, Okay.
There is a wooden plaque on which this lizard, and there is a sun and there is a moon.
Yeah. Yes.
Varadaraja Swami said that so long as the sun and the moon are there, your body will be in this temple so that people can have darshan of yours. So there is a sun and there is a moon, there is a golden lizard and the silver lizard, which is husband and wife. They have removed it.
Oh, it was on a wooden.
It is on a wooden plank.
Okay.
I have never went inside. I always go to Varadaraja Swami, have my darshan and then go. I don't go to the Palli, the lizard area. But since it is also on payment basis, there is a case which I filed in the Madras High Court, which is pending for the past 2 years, saying that why should I pay for having just darshan? It is taxing me. It is a story which we have. There is a faith behind the story. There is a belief, and if it has to, everybody should have equal access
to it. Yes.
Why should it be there only for people who pay money?
Correct.
So I said that partition is actually marring the beauty of the ancient structure. So it is a modern. So partition must be removed. Why they put the partition? To create the curiosity among people.
I understand.
If you don't see what is inside, you will have a curiosity. Oh, everybody's go. Well, let me also go. How much is the ticket? 5 rupees. Oh, that's okay. 5 rupees. This 5 rupees, they make a lot, tons of money they make on a daily basis from everybody. So I have put a case in the Madras High Court as a public interest case saying that this is not right. If you want to have a special darshan like anything else, that is, there is a separate case which says there should not be any special darshan. That is okay, but you cannot deny darshan to one of my temples, to one of my deities, only for people who can pay money. So that is a separate case. Now this partition should go, in my opinion. Had it gone long back, they would not have been able to position to change it because it would be on the visibility, everybody would see it. Now only few people can see. And people are in a hurry. They just go, touch the lizard, and then they don't even see how the lizard is. And then they go home. Nobody knows what it is. Now it has been moved to another place. From left side, it has moved to right hand side. The entire wooden plank. For example, if you see, it is a table, a long table. On top of it, a lizard is there and it is upside down. And it is temporarily fixed so people can touch and then go down. This is the first time I saw after so many years. I have seen it in the younger days when I was very, very young. After a long time, I am seeing this. The fact that a deity is moved from one place to another place is illegal as per the laws of the land. HRNC Act very clearly says that a deity cannot be moved. An antiquity cannot be moved from one place to another without a government order. And of course, if you want to have a government order, it has to have proper reasoning. Otherwise, you can't do it. And Shastras must also allow. You cannot just for some benefit of the devotees, guys, you cannot move a murti from one place to another. This lizard is a murti for us. It has been consecrated. It is there for several years. There is a story behind it, and that cannot be shifted from place A to place B. And law I know about what is happening because I've been this for the past more than a decade now. Okay, so I know what the laws are. Maybe the police don't know what the law is, or maybe HRNC do not know.
They are ignorant.
They don't know.
They are ignorant.
But I know what the law is because I have filed 2 other cases. The Mailapur Kapaleshwari temple case I have filed, and then the Sri Rangarajan Swami temple, that theft also I have filed. So I know what is happening, and the moment I saw it, I know that this is bloody illegal. Immediately what came into my mind is Mailapur Kapaleshwari temple only because that's what happened there also. 2004. There in Mailapur Kapaleshwari temple, there is a shrine, Sannadhi called Punnaivananadar Sannadhi, where there is a Shivalinga there and there is a peacock there. The story there is basically Shiva was actually educating Parvati Devi about the Pranava mantra, and Parvati Devi was actually looking at a beautiful peacock which was there. She was distracted. Shiva got angry and then he cursed her to become a peacock because that's what you looked at. You are not wanting to learn this thing. So he got angry and he cursed. And then she realized her mistake. And then Shiva said, you go to Bhuloka, go to Punnaivananadar Sannadhi, and then you do puja to me, I will come, and then on a good day I will take you back. This is the story behind it. In that Sannadhi, there is a small Shivalinga, there is a small peacock, and the peacock has got a flower in its beak. The thing is basically she is doing puja to Shiva. To do puja to Shiva, you need to have flowers, right? So that is the depiction there. 2004, on the day of Kumbhabhishekam, this is one of a kind in the world. You cannot see Parvati Devi in form of a peacock with a flower in its beak nowhere in the world. This is one of a kind in the world. So you know how valuable it is. For us, it is, you can't put a value, but smugglers, they have a value for it, right? So they have planned it nicely, and then they lifted this antique peacock and then replaced it with a modern replica. While doing so, they made a mistake. They didn't know the significance of, or probably they made a mistake in the sense they put a peacock with a snake in its beak. Which is the reason why I was able to very clearly.
Temples we find
So what happened there is, on a fine day, in a broad daylight, they could change a peacock which is inside the Moolasthana. They can change it with a replica. This is what is happening here also. They are actually removed this from place A to place B. And people are, okay, they are thinking, oh, it's the renovation is going on, so what? That is why they have moved. People don't know the significance of, from the religious perspective, they do not know. From the legal perspective, they don't know. They don't care. Most of the so-called Hindus.
Smugglers' perspective also, they won't know.
So, yeah, they won't know. They will actually help them. This is even they oh, it's Kankiriya, I will lift and then give it to you. They will load it in the truck also. The people will do. So they don't know. And the idea, I can see the textbook plan that is there. Modus operandi is very clear in front of my eyes. It's designed to be replaced. Now when I inquired, the information that I got is they are actually made another new lizard, and I got a photograph of that also. Then I started inquiring the archakas there, whoever is there. Just I wanted to find out, why is this here? They said renovation. And then I showed the photograph and they said, why is this new lizard which is made, which is very similar to that? Then they said, I don't know. Come, how can you not know? You are here only, you will not know. If I ask them, they say, yes, they are wanting to change it. Did you approve? No. Who approved? We do not know.
Why did they want to change it?
This is theft.
Okay.
They want to take an antique piece from there and then replace it with modern replica. That's like what they did in Mylapore, just like what they did in Srirangam. Srirangam also the same way, Utsav is replaced in 2012 in the guise of Jayalalitha giving gold to Perumal and then trying to make a mistake. See, now she is dead. Everybody is putting the blame on Jayalalitha. Even in Mylapore case, the police, one of the key accused, A1, is saying that he did it on the advice of Jayalalitha in his 161 statement.
Why would she give that kind of an advice?
I have no idea whether she did or not, I do not know. But this is what is happening. You cannot go and then check a person who is dead, isn't it? So this is what is happening. So here, this is bad advice. People are surrounded with people who give very, very bad advice to people in the name of some miracle. This miracle business has become a great thing, You go and do some puja there, then that becomes a miracle. You go and do that becomes a miracle. Everybody wants to have everything happen in a jiffy. Nobody wants to put any effort. To do this, I've been spending sleepless nights for the past several days now. And they think it's going to happen just like that. Nothing is going to happen like that. So anyway, coming back, so they have moved so that on the day where there is going to be a fine day, optimal day for them to replace when there is no crowd, or maybe when there is people are so busy for other things like they did in Mylapore. On the Kumbhabhishekam day, Mylapore, Kapalishwar Kovil Kumbhabhishekam, how many people would have there? How many? You cannot count it.
Yeah,
lakhs.
Yeah, maybe even
lakhs.
Yes.
At that time they are changing. Similarly, the same thing will happen in Kanchipuram Varadaraja Swami temple. There will be people, at least if not lakhs, at least 10,000, 20,000 people will be there. People will be so busy, to get the sprinkle of water on their head, So they can do wonders during that time. This is the plan in my opinion. I cannot prove this. I am not the authority to prove this. This is my complaint. Because to move an antiquity from place A to place B is a crime. It cannot be done anywhere. By even the Supreme Court cannot order to move antiquity from place A to place B.
Yeah.
You cannot even change it, is what we know from the recent controversy that surrounded about the Khajuraho temple. Somebody filed a case saying that the Vishnu Murti did not have a head, you cannot change. This is what the statement of the Chief Justice, and
Yes.
this created an uproar everywhere, right? So if the head is not there, you cannot change, but you can change a whole lizard, is it? So it is very
Does
clear.
it come under the ASI?
It has to all
Okay.
buildings. I'm calling buildings right now for now, which is more than 100 years old and which is of national importance or religious importance or significance for the society, is by default a monument as per ASI Act.
Okay.
By default. But it is not. What ASI is supposed to do is to identify such areas, whether it is a religious structure or anything. For example, our High Court is a protected monument. Supreme Court is a protected monument. Taj Mahal is a protected monument. So they give a special status for certain structures which are significant for the country, and the ASI has to manage it. Anything that has to be done on the physical structure of the ASI should approve. In 2015, when I first went into the Madras High Court, there was a case which was suo motu there, and I played a significant part in getting 75 directions at the end of 2021. This is when the judgment came. And one of the 75 directions, it is very clearly saying that all temples which are more than 100 years old must be declared as a protected monument by ASI.
Okay.
But ASI has not done that till date. Not even one temple they have done it till date. It is today's 25. The judgment came in 2021. 4 years gone, almost 5 years now. There is not even a single temple has been declared as a protected monument. Furthermore, if at all there is any renovation in such temples, ASI must inspect. ASI must guide. This is all the directions. Apart from the declaring it as a protected monument, they are supposed to also inspect and then guide and then oversee the renovation so that nothing untoward happens. Nothing of that sort has happened. ASI is not in the picture. Who is doing the work? Nobody knows. I understand L&T is doing the other kind of work. They are saying they are trying to build a ramp so that people can climb on the small hillock on which Perumal is there. This is called Hastigiri. It is a steep rise. Thousands of years people are going up and then down. Now suddenly our HRNC fellows tell that is inconvenient for some people. And then they want to break open that ancient structure, which itself is wrong. Unfortunately, Tatacharya, who are supposed to be the acting trustees, who are not acting trustees in real life, they filed a case before Madras High Court. Justice Anand Venkatesh, he actually did not allow that petition basically. So based on that, the renovation is happening. The renovation is basically, this is in the inside prakara. There is a prakara right outside that, and there is a mandapa, and there is another prakara outside that. So they are building a ramp so that people can climb and then go into that, which is easier, because this is steeper for people to climb. So if you want, there is no space there for extending the footsteps, so they have to have a larger space for making it easier for people to climb. I understand it is a good intention, but your intentions good intentions are always not good, particularly in certain areas. So based on that, the renovation is going on, whatever work is. Maybe L&T is doing this also. They have no business. They have no business to touch an antiquity place. If L&T is listening, and if L&T's lawyers are listening to this, please understand that you are in trouble. You have no business to touch any antiquity in any temple, even if you have a contract. Let their lawyers be ready. They have no business. They have no business. Forget about antiquity, even if it is 1 day old. A religious, I cannot call it, I'll call it vigraha. I don't want to call it idol or a statue or something. A religious murti cannot be touched by anybody else. Be it in worship, be it not in worship. Be it in a place where it is prominent, be it is in a remote place. Nobody has got any business to touch it. Furthermore, in an ancient structure, what business does L&T have in managing an ancient structure? What qualification do they have? So the award, if it is given to L&T, itself is wrong. What qualification do they have? They should have taken the help of ASI. Forget about ASI. If you don't want ASI, there is a Department of State Archaeology here in Tamil Nadu. It's coming under government of Tamil Nadu. What are they doing? Funds are being allocated to Department of Archaeology in Tamil Nadu. Funds are being allocated to ASI by the central government. What are they doing? Why are they are supposed to be here on day 1, not on day 2500, and then come to the Supreme Court and then say whether there was a Murti there. That is what they did in a Pattur Nataraja case. I don't know, that is a bigger case. We'll have to discuss about that. People should know what is happening. 1991, a Nataraja Murti from India was finally returned from London by the London's Queen's Court to India, which decided the ownership of this Murti is Indian country. That temple, that Murti should go back to that temple only. Despite heavy opposition and proof from the other side, it was actually stolen, taken away, sold to a museum fellow, and that fellow had the dispute came. And 1991, the Queen's Court has actually given the Murti back to India. Till date, the Murti's whereabouts is not known. 1991 Murti is not known. That is called Pattur Nataraja case. Anybody can go to internet and search. There are about 150 pages of order of this thing is available on the internet for free. And government of India at that time said, there is no temple, how can there be a Murti? There is no temple there.
Okay, temple is vanished.
Gone. So that is the kind of interest that we have on our...
No, but that Murti has come here.
That Pattur Nataraja, he has come here. 1991 it came back.
Where it is, we don't know.
We do not know where it is.
Probably in some museum?
Where no, we don't know. Maybe it is in museum or maybe it has gone back to London. Who knows? Who cares? People don't even know that there was a Pattur Nataraja. Dr. Nagaswamy, if you have known him, he is no more, unfortunately. We lost him. A wonderful fellow. He actually went to London, deposed before the court. London judges asked him to sit next to them and then help them understand what is happening. It was because of him that this religious significance and the archaeological proof that he gave, because he is an archaeologist, so he gave some proof and it was accepted by London, despite Indian government disowning. The London government agreed, yes, there was. Now we are in a position, we know that there is such theft that is happening in front. Until date, I gave the complaint on 3rd of November. Today is 10th of November. No FIR registered till date. This is the current situation. If you have any other questions, I will.
No, but what I'm trying to understand here is, you say that they have replaced it. Now they are attempting to replace it.
It's a half-finished job.
Okay. Now, who did the work on the new?
We do not know.
Structure.
I have not seen the new lizard.
Oh, you have not
I have
seen
not seen it physically, but I have seen the photograph.
Okay.
And I have submitted the photograph. And now we can see on social media and other news media that new lizard is actually put on the cards and the videos are all there. It is all there. But the old lizard photographs I have. If you go and then search in the internet, you can see the old lizard photographs also. You can very clearly say that the new lizard looks like a crocodile, and the old lizard looks like a lizard. Just like in Mylapore case, the old peacock had a flower in its beak. The new peacock had a snake in its beak. Here, the old lizard was a lizard. The new lizard is a crocodile.
Thanks to the smuggling crocodiles.
So this is a problem, and I have set the law in motion to prevent a crime which is half done. And the Idlewild CID today is actually thinking, probably looking for a good auspicious day to file a FIR. I do not know.
But we can go for a deduction.
I have done it already. Today, that's what I did today.
Okay.
For the records for everybody, those who are actually sending rumors, they think that they can get away by saying that it is not a old, whatever stories that they are putting on the story. This is not going to be let away for free. People must be answering the questions that is to be asked. The questions must be asked. The root of it must be understood, and the theft must be prevented. And whatever is the original, if they have 5 already replicas, that there is news that I think in Polymer TV there was a news saying that the executive trustee of the temple said that there is already 3 lizards. This is not an antique.
Oh.
Who gave them permission to keep changing the lizards? I do not know.
So earlier they have changed.
This is that statement as per the news media. I can't take this. I can't pin anybody down on that. But if this is true, it actually creates it opens a Pandora box. It is going to be really, really ugly, because I do not know for how many years the people are being cheated, saying that this is a golden lizard. And there is another statement from so-called statement, I do not know whether, again, we can't pin on based on news items, that this is not a golden lizard, that is based on pittala. Pittala means
I know. It is made of some. I saw
it's an
that
alloy,
particular.
right? Pittala in English is what, I don't know, I don't remember. It's not, it's brass maybe. It's a brass.
Yeah, brass.
If it is a brass, then there is a different problem which is coming in.
What
You
happened
are
to the
cheating everybody, saying that it is a golden lizard.
Lizard, yes.
You should have said it is a brass lizard only, no? Why are you cheating people? A 420 case. So people are being taken for a ride either way. If it is an antique, trying to steal an antique is an issue. If you say it is not an antique, if you say it is not gold, if it is only brass, then why are you displaying everywhere saying that it is a golden lizard?
Now,
What happened to the original golden lizard?
Okay, now the golden lizard, brass or the metal, whatever it is, inside the metal, do you have the?
We don't know. This is
They are only saying it is only the.
To us, we see every day we go to the temple, we have darshan of Lord. We don't understand, try to find out what is the material on which the Lord is made.
No, I understand, sir. But what I'm trying to ask you is, you see the brass is only the metal cover.
Right.
Okay.
Underneath something must be there, right?
What is there?
We do not know.
Okay.
See, the whole thing has been now taken away from the place. That means it is a wooden plank. On the wooden plank, you cannot have a stone thing. It has to be carved on wood also. Maybe it is carved on wood. I don't know now. What is this old lizard itself is a question now. With what the information that so many people, that including the executive trustee, who by the way is illegally sitting in that place. The executive trustee has got no business to be in that place, in the temple, managing the temple. As in the case of many other temples, she is an employee of the HRNC department, which is the government's department.
Okay.
A government cannot have its employee as a trustee of a temple.
Direct conflict of interest.
There's a serious conflict of interest. In other temples, they put them as fit persons. That there is a separate challenge in Madras High Court. I have challenged it also, because the term fit person is not defined in the HRNC Act anywhere. There is no qualification for it. Anybody can be put as a fit person. Typically what they do is they put the executive officer of temple A as a fit person of temple B. Executive officer temple B, fit person of temple C. This is what HRNC does. And they pass a resolution saying that it is a trustee resolution. This is a cheating on the entire community, entire population of India. A trustee can only pass the board resolution, not anybody in the place of trustee.
I understand.
Similarly, this so-called executive trustee, she is only in colloquial terms a gumasta, basically a clerk. She is supposed to take orders from the trustees, who are right now, as on date, there is a dispute on who the trustee is, but as on date, Tatacharyas from the temple is the trustee. There is a status quo maintained there. There is a dispute there, who should be the trustee, whether the trustee's position itself is valid or not. Instead of solving these issues, which are crucial for the management of the temple, the Hindu Religious and Charitable Boards actually is doing something else which is not their problem at all.
I understand.
Who are they to decide whether I will move this murti from A to B? Everywhere in Tamil Nadu, at least people will know that there is something called Balalayam, right?
Yes.
Pick that murti, no? If you say this is the murti that is there, Tiruvallur murti, there is a Tiruvallur temple in Mailapur also. He is there. We all know he is not a god, but there is a consecration which is happening.
Correct. Consecration is happening.
There is puja is happening. Now, since he is not God, can we move him to another place?
It's not right.
Just because it is not convenient for people?
Correct.
You can't. So, who gave these permissions? These all have to come on the investigation. And the investigation can only happen by law if there is a first information report filed.
Filed, yes.
FIR must be filed before the police can do investigation. Law says there are two types of offences. One is cognizable offence and there is non-cognizable offence. Cognizable offence are where people can be arrested. Non-cognizable need not be arrested. This theft is a cognizable offence. Law very clearly says that if there is a complaint which prima facie discloses a cognizable offence, that is, whatever I have written in the complaint clearly states that there is a theft, there is a murder, there is a cognizable offence happening in such and such place. By looking at that complaint, the police must register the
Yeah,
FIR
basically-
without going to the merits or the
Correct.
veracity of the complaint.
Because see, first information report is just a report.
That's the report. That is not the final.
Yes.
Based on that, you do the investigation, because that only gives you the powers to investigate.
Correct.
Otherwise, you can't investigate. So, in a cognizable offence, the 5-bench judge of the Supreme Court in Lalit Kumari case versus Uttar Pradesh, government of Uttar Pradesh, it is very clearly said that if, and section 173, if I am right on CRPC, I forgot the one which is in BNSS, very clearly says that if there is a cognizable offence complaint coming, you have to register an FIR and then investigate. There are some provisions provided, certain cases. This does not fall under certain cases. In certain cases, they are allowed to do preliminary investigation. Typically, that happens in the non-cognizable case. 15 days for preliminary investigation. In Lalit Kumari case, the 5-bench judge very clearly said that cannot do preliminary investigation in such cases, in where the cognizable offence is clearly said. Now, instead of filing the FIR, on the guise of doing preliminary investigation, the Idle Wing CID, which is a specialized police under Tamil Nadu Police Department, just like other CIDs, right? This has gone there, and based on the news media report and the information that came from Kanchipuram to me, is that they have given a questionnaire to the temple about this nonsense. They are supposed to go there and then see if whatever is there on my complaint is true or not.
It is like handing over the
They are
complaint
not
to them.
supposed to do. They are not supposed to check the veracity. Forget about it. They are wanting to do it to be safe. I understand. Go there. You saw the Murti there is when shifted from there. Rangarajan's complaint is correct. There is another new lizard. They have identified that also.
Oh, they have
Because
identified. Okay.
otherwise it would not come in the newspaper, right?
Okay. Okay.
On the news media, how will it come? I have given the photograph only to the Idle CID. Nobody has got that. The photograph of the new lizard that I received from a person, I have given it to the Idle Living CID along with the old lizard is given, new lizard, new crocodile I should
The
say.
difference is palpable, as you
It
said.
is there. So how is the new news media carrying that photograph? Not only that photograph, a videograph of that is also been published
Okay.
in some of the news channels. So there is a new.
Which means they have identified.
So that means they are actually going to replace. Why would otherwise somebody will create something new? Are they going to put another lizard in a new place, is it? To make more money? Not possible. So it is somewhere there. So you have understood there is a crime which is happening. Committed crime as per the law. I have mentioned the law also in my complaint. So they are supposed to file the FIR.
They have not, yet to
They
do
have
that.
not done. Now it is giving a ample time for the HRNC to hamper and tamper evidences and witnesses, coerce witnesses, and then threaten everybody to not say anything. Already it's a gone case to me. Not because of the inaction, now because inaction of any others. It is inaction of police now.
Or the wrong action of the police.
Wrong action in this case, yeah. They are not supposed to do this. They are not supposed to go into detailed investigation at this stage. And they have done that, and that has given a lead time for the culprits to do
Make
whatever
their
they
own-
want.
yeah,
Now
they
they
make their
see,
plans.
having gone that, the minimum that they should have done is to confiscate the
Correct.
things and then hand it over to the police. This is law. This is required by the police. They have seen something which is not supposed to be there. They should have taken it up. Magajar or something, they write and they put that location, everything, and then they have to file it. They should have filed an FIR and then hand it over to the magistrate. Nothing of that sort has happened till date. I don't know whether the new one has gone now. It could have been taken out and then people will say there is no new at all. How do you know? The same thing happened in Srirangam also during Ponmanikwel's tenure. In Srirangam, there is a silver kuttuvilakku we call. There is a lamp which is about 5-6 feet tall in the Garbhagriha where the Moolamurti is. This is also done Prana Pradishta for that also people. This is a very ancient one, that light that cannot be moved.
Okay.
There is a plan to replace it with a modern one. Under the guise saying that the old one is damaged. I actually wrote a
How
complaint.
do these objects get damaged? I mean, how does a lamp get damaged? Because there is
Lamp I can understand. Maybe there is a wear and tear. Lamp, maybe we can say. That should not happen. Because you are inside the Garbhagriha. You are supposed to carry it as if it is like a baby inside the Garbha.
I understand.
It's like not only Garbha, baby outside the Garbha. It's inside the Garbha. You have to protect the place like as if you are handling a tender baby, right? That is how. So there cannot be any damage anywhere in there, even to the Moola Murti. But that's what is happening. That tells the careless attitude of the people who are inside the Garbhagriha, the way they are handling. Whatever be the reason, whether it is changed or not, they were trying to do this change. I reported this theft, attempted theft to Idle Wing CID. Idle Wing CID, if I am not wrong, they put people on watch. There was a police van which was standing right outside of all the exits to ensure that nothing will go out. They did a preliminary investigation and they ensured that the thing was stopped. The old antique lamp is still in Srirangam, in the Garbhagriha. Many people don't know these things. So many such things has happened. I have prevented it. That time when Mr. Ponmanikvel was there as IGP, they did the right thing. In my opinion, they have prevented, that time that the crime did not happen. Here the crime has half happened. Because it has moved from place A to place B. That's half happened. So it has to go on
and wish that it is taken to the logical conclusion.
Yeah, it should. It will. I will ensure that it is. I'm not a joker here sitting typing on the internet to waste my time.
You also move.
Yeah, I do legally, and then I talk about it on the social media, not the other way. Now I had to talk about it right now because fake news has been going outside, and that's the reason. That's one of the reasons why I said I will come and talk to you, because I know that there is already a news which is being spread that this is a fake complaint or false complaint.
Okay. Now, why would you give a false complaint? What are you going to get?
A sensible person will ask that question.
In fact, you will have to travel all the way from Trichy to come here.
Actually, I came from, what has happened is I came from Supreme Court here and then I went there.
All the way from Delhi.
There is no need that I have nothing, no vengeance on anybody,
You don't get anything out of this.
My intent is to ensure that the antiquities are protected. The temples are preserved in sanctity. That's all. That is my intention.
Anyway, we will leave it to the audience to understand what is actually happening in the temples.
Yeah, they have to understand how difficult it is to protect our heritage.
Absolutely.
The value of our heritage we should start understanding. It's not just going to the temple and then having a darshan of Lord by closing your eyes in front of the Lord. Open your eyes and then see what is there. If you go to a Muruga temple, see what are all the ornaments that are there. Is there a spear veil irka? Is there anything kireetam? What kind of a kireetam? Look into it, because these all will change over a period of time. Somebody will come. A Muslim like in Srirangam comes and then says, I am submitting kireetam to Perumal. Recently that happened.
Yeah, I know.
That is a total fraud. I will prove it in another few days because I have got all the papers now. People think that this happened in December when I was in the jail. They did this when I was in the jail. Otherwise, I would not have allowed it to happen.
I understand.
Okay.
They would have thought this is something to do
they
with
thought they have done they had that 2-minute glory on the internet. News media saying that I am a great Muslim who is actually having great faith to Ranganatha and I am donating one of a kind of a ruby crown, blah blah blah, you said. And now I know what the ruby crown is. I know what lies you have said in the social media. I've downloaded all the videos and I will definitely publish a video the moment.
Was there a ruby crown?
Whether it is ruby or not, who knows, The paper that I've got from RTI says it is not even inspected till date.
Okay.
But this fellow goes on the news media claiming that it is several crores worth of it. First of all, HRNC is not supposed to take any gift or any donation from anybody without valuing it.
I understand.
They have valuers. They have jewel valuers are there. They have to value it. There must be a value. Only based on the value, because that has to go as an asset for the temple.
Record, yes.
That has to be recorded as an asset, and that asset should have a value. How many diamond stuffs are? They have to count it. Each diamond, what is the carat? They have to figure out. They have to value it. Otherwise, tomorrow what happens? Somebody will say there is a diamond which is gone. They will pluck the old diamond and put a new diamond.
Correct.
Who knows? So, Srirangam has got a history of great ornaments of Perumal, and somebody just like this comes and then says that I am a Muslim which has got great affinity to Perumal, and they want me to. They may fool 1,000 other people, not me. They can't fool me because I am
what
driven.
What do you think would have been the intention behind making that gift.
Maybe he is just making a gimmick, I do not know. Or maybe they are trying to do something else. How do I know? I have no idea. First of all, who approved this gift is the question. The gift, just because somebody is gifting, should I accept it? I should know
No,
from
but
whom is
who
coming.
approves it?
Where is the source of funds for you for gifting this? These are primary questions, you know.
In fact,
You gift me
recently there was a controversy. The Ayyappa temple doors, the gold was missing.
Yeah, it will
This
go
was
missing.
donated by Vijay Mallya. That's what was being said.
Now people will say, I donated. Even see, for example, the Tamil Nadu a few years back, Annamalai had a watch and everybody make a hue and cry of what is the source of funds for this. Everybody is asking. Even today also, Annamalai purchased the property. Even I asked the question, where is the source of funds? Somebody is giving a ruby crown for Perumal for several crores of work, and you don't ask him where is the source of funds? What is happening in this country? Where is this money coming from? Did he steal that money from somewhere, or did he steal the crown from somewhere? How do you know? Another 15-20 years back, another temple may come and then say, my crown from my temple is missed. Then what will you do? Who will know? The person who gifted will die, I will die, you will die, everybody will die. And where is the record? Today, in those days, they had inscriptions on the walls of the temple. Today, our inscription is our social media, poor man's media.
I am making a record.
Poor man's media, yes, this is a permanent record. If I am giving a false complaint, I will have to face the music in a manner known to law.
Correct.
And I am ready. I am not running anywhere. If my complaint is on the other side true, that is an attack on the nation. Recently in France, I'm sorry, I'm taking a lot more time.
No issues.
Recently in France, in that this thing, there was a heist which happened in the broad daylight. And how did they look into it? How did they look into that? They create almost they raise red flags everywhere. Separate army was put on to trace those fellows. What is that they lost? A jewel of a queen which is 200 years old. For us it is nothing, for Indians.
Correct.
We have jewels which are 1,000, 10,000 years old with us. And for us 200 years old is nothing. But look at the way that government handled it. Look at the way the president of the country did. He said that it is an attack on my nation, on my heritage, on my culture. The Ministry of Law immediately issued a statement. The Ministry of Home issued a statement. They created what they call as a red corner notice everywhere, and they nabbed the culprits. And they got the money, they got it in 2 days. Today, after telling this for 7-10 days now,
we are yet to see an FIR.
we should all know where we are. We should understand what. See, in 2015, when I went to the Madras High Court, Mr. Sanjay Kishan Kaul was the then Chief Justice, Honorable Sanjay. He said in the court that I am from Kashmir, where all of ours were gone. I know the pain of my loss. Here in Tamil Nadu, I can see wonders here everywhere. Please protect it. This is the words that he used. May not be exact verbatim, but this is what he conveyed in the court, the open court. On the day 30/11/2015, the day also I remember. You know why? Because there is a ban order which is in force till today, which says no temple can be demolished.
Okay.
So any temple that is getting demolished is a contempt of the court's order. People don't even know this court order. So I hope this will settle certain
Definitely.
things clear.
I wish, in fact, the reason why I requested that let there be an English transcript of the.
You should
the
know.
video.
Everybody should know.
People should know, and it should go on a national, platform. Thank you once again for having come and graced us with your presence.
It's my duty for Varadaraja. I have to come. There is no other option for me.
Let us hope and wish and pray that he.
It will work very well. It will work very well. Wheels of the gods glide slow but sure. I believe in it, and it will happen.
Thank you very much, sir.
Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha.